Thank you for joining us on our ABC 24 streaming app. I'm Pepper Baker. Right now, leaders at Memphis Light, Gas and Water say most of its customers' power has been restored after last Saturday's Bo Echo storm left 140,000 MLGW customers in the dark. We are expecting an update from them at 7:30, but we want to give you a live look now at their MLGW power outage map. If you look at the top right side of your screen, you can see that the number of customers without power is now at 2,900. So just under 3,000 customers without power on this Thursday evening, going on about 5 or 6 days now for the people who are still without power, as that Bo Echo storm was extremely severe. All right, we're going to take President Doug McGowan here, who is giving an update.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good? Okay. Great. Okay, yeah, thank you. We're not doing that. Okay, do we have everybody, Tamara? Are we ready to go? All right, everybody ready to go? Media? All right. Good evening, everybody. Doug McGowan from Memphis Light, Gas and Water. We're here today on Wednesday evening at 7:30 in South Colonial Acres, an area that was very hard hit by the storm, where work continues to restore power. Behind me, you'll see crews continuing to work on a line that serves about 60 customers, where 3 poles were damaged, and they're having to restring the wires on those poles. They're coming very close to finishing this work. Now, last Saturday, I told you that we would reach substantial completion for restoration by this evening, and I'm pleased to report that we have achieved that goal. We have restored 137,500 customers out of the 140,000 that were impacted. But that means that right at this moment, there are approximately 2,500 customers who are yet to be restored. By 11 o'clock tonight, we believe that number will come down to 1,500 customers who will need to be restored. And we have plenty of people to be able to make sure that all of those customers are restored by tomorrow on Friday. For anybody who we did not meet today's deadline of Thursday, I apologize that you're moving over into tomorrow. I appreciate your patience. I know what an inconvenience this is for you. We did our very best to get as many customers on tonight as we could, and we've achieved that goal, but I know it doesn't help if you're one of the customers who remains out this evening. Now, the other thing that I know to be true is that there are several hundred customers for whom we cannot restore power because their homes were damaged. The weatherhead was off their house, the meter center was damaged, and we cannot restore those homes until such time as a licensed electrician makes that repair is inspected, and then those customers can call MLGW, and we will remain available to you to come out and connect power to your house when it's ready to take power. Now, I want to thank all of the support that we've had, the patience of our customers to this point, the support of everybody at all of the municipalities, from the mayors to the elected officials who've been supportive. I mostly want to thank the MLGW team and all of our contracted partners who've worked so very hard to get us to this point. It has been yeoman's work to do this kind of a restoration after that devastating storm. Now, we remain having 107 crews, some of whom are here working tonight. They will stay with us working until we get 100% of our customers restored, and then they will demobilize at that point. So we're going to stay hard at it tonight. like I say, around 11 o'clock, we should remain with about 1,500 customers who still need to be restored. We're in good position to get everybody back on tomorrow, except for those customers who have damage to their house. And I encourage all of them to get an electrician out to come and fix their home. So with that, I'd like to stop and take any questions that anybody has.
Derek Anthony Holmes with WREG News Channel 3. What would you say has been your biggest challenge restoring
Yeah, thank
power?
you for the question. The biggest challenge is what we're seeing in this neighborhood. The rear property service lines that we have where the electric power runs down the backyard in between two properties. Many times there's a fence or there's a drainage canal back there, and it makes access to those areas incredibly difficult, especially with a lot of vegetation overgrowth on the ground. And so what we're finding in these backyards is that it's difficult to find a way to get equipment back there to replace a pole. Some of these poles are very hard to access, and as you'll see in some of these areas, you just physically can't get a machine, so you have to manually climb every one of these poles that they make a repair to. That slows the process down dramatically. So we've made incredible progress, but that has been our #1 challenge. Any other questions?
A lot of people's concerns are that with the power outages of food spoiling and everything, what do you say to that? Is there anything that can be done about
Sure, we understand what an inconvenience that is, and we know that after about 8 hours that food in the refrigerator is gone, so that's why we work very hard to keep our average time of restoration on a daily basis down to a minimal amount. There's not much I can do for a multi-day outage. That food is already long since spoiled. I'm very pleased that Mayor Young and others have stepped up to offer some assistance to customers who need replacing that food. The city of Memphis would be the ones to talk to because they'll have information and details on that program. But that is always the case anytime there's an extended outage, and we understand that's an inconvenience and a cost to our customers.
Yeah, just curious if there's if there's anything people can do to reach out to FEMA or TEMA, or if there's been any indication they'll help people out on this.
So the question was about FEMA or TEMA. I do know that the city of Memphis and MLGW and Shelby County will be asking for reimbursement of about $18 million for this storm. I know that the Shelby County Office of Preparedness and Homeland Security, if there is a program from homeowners, that they will coordinate that along with the City of Memphis OEM, so you should look for information coming out if your home was damaged from the storm. I also recommend reaching out to your homeowner's insurance. If you have that, if you're a renter, reach out to your landlord to get them to move their homeowner's insurance to get whatever damage on your house quickly repaired so we can get your power back on and we make your home once again weather tight. Any other questions? Tamara, anything I left out?
People have talked about for many years about the infrastructure. What do you say to that? What can be done to improve those type of things?
Yeah, so the question's about improving infrastructure, and I appreciate that. We have done significant work to improve our infrastructure, especially over the last 3 years. As I have mentioned earlier this week, if we had not done the infrastructure investment, replacing poles, replacing outdated equipment, if we had not done the aggressive tree trimming that we had done, we would have had well north of 200,000 customers out with this storm. Because of that work, it was limited to 140,000. I know that's a lot. That's a significantly different storm to respond to than one that has more than 200,000 customers. We're going to continue to do that work. It will make the system even stronger as we go forward. And so that is a 5-year plan. We aim to be substantially done with that by 2029 with automated restoration, with our automated grid management system that we have out there, our advanced distribution management system. So look for more good things to come. Any other questions? Okay, again, I want to thank you all for coming out here and getting the word out to our customers. I want to apologize to customers who are going to endure one more hard night, one more hot night without power. We did our level best to get here, but we're going to get to you tomorrow. If you have some kind of damage to your electric weatherhead or your meter, please get that electrician out to inspect your home so that we can connect your power after that point. Thanks, everybody.
All right, that was MLGW President and CEO Doug McGowan giving an update, and hopefully really the last one that we'll hear out of this multi-day power outage from Saturday's Bo Echo storm. Biggest thing here, 137,500 customers are now back with their power on out of the 140,000 customers who were impacted by this storm. So Doug McGowan said that about 2,500 have yet to be restored, but by 11 p.m. tonight, he thinks that number will go down to about 1,500 customers. And then by tomorrow, Friday, all should be restored by then. He apologized to the people who are still going to be without power tonight, as if you are one of them, we know how just dire that circumstance and that situation can be for the last few days. He did say that there's just going to be a couple of hundred or several hundred people who they just simply cannot get access to their weatherheads, because if there's damage to their homes and the weatherhead was damaged, they have to call an electrician to come out and fix that, and then MLGW will be able to connect power. So there's just a number of people who they cannot help until they get that electrician to fix their weatherheads. But he was very thankful to all the municipalities, to Memphis Mayor Paul Young for stepping in and giving resources for people whose food spoiled over this multi-day outage. He talked about FEMA and TEMA that they do. City of Memphis and MLGW is asking for a $16 million reimbursement, so people can check in with FEMA and TEMA to apply for some of those funds, as well as their homeowners insurance and renters insurance. So as of this time, this is Thursday evening, in about the 7 o'clock hour here, 137,500 customers have been restored out of the 140,000 customers impacted by Saturday's storm. Almost a full week here where we've been covering the severe weather that happened over the weekend. We're going to stay on top of it. Be sure to follow us on abc24.com, all of our social media platforms, as well as our meteorologist, CJ Cartledge, who is keeping track of the radar. We are back tonight at 10. Be sure to tune in then. Thank you for watching.